So, we all sat through a seven-way TV debate hosted on the BBC. On the roster, Penny Mordaunt for the Conservatives, Angela Rayner for the Labour Party, Carla Denyer for the Greens, Liberal Democrats, Deputy Leader Daisy Cooper, Stephen Flynn from the SNP, Plaid Cymru's leader, Ruan ap Lorworth, and Nigel Farage for Reform. And there was an independently selected audience who seemed at times to be at odds with public opinion. They cheered at the suggestion of more migration.
Let me say a few home truths, particularly to some members of this panel. Migration is absolutely essential to our public services, it's absolutely essential to our businesses, and it's absolutely essential.
Very strange. When all the opinion polls, whilst we accept migration at low levels is good, most opinion polls and most of the main parties have admitted that migration is actually too high and we want less. There was a scrap between the Labour and the Conservatives.
£1,000. Penny Mordaunt, you're using a figure that's been criticised by the UK statistics watchdog.
Costings and Labour's
Why don't you stand by your record? Record levels of taxes on working people. 26 separate tax hikes in the last Parliament.
About 12 new taxes that Labour are going to bring in.
Absolute rubbish. We've absolutely guaranteed we will not raise taxes for working people in this country.
How are you going to close that gap? £2,000 per working household.
I'm going
Which
to...
policies are you going to take out of your manifesto?
We've been clear how we would pay for our money.
I mean, what can you say about that? Carla Denyer from the Greens summed it up.
It's time to hear from the others. Angela Rayner, it's time to hear from the others. Carla Denyer.
Well, that was terribly dignified, wasn't it?
The camera kept cutting away to the same guy who kept shaking his head when Nigel Farage spoke. But this drew a laugh.
I think this has been one of the worst general election campaigns so far between the two main parties I've ever seen in my lifetime. It isn't just that their leaders are dull, very dull in the case of Labour. I mean, sort of Blair without the flair. I mean, the real leader of the Labour Party is here tonight on the stage. At least she's got some personality.
Frankly, I got a bit bored with it. The main winner, in my eyes, was Penny Mordaunt's hair.